Hello and welcome back to Learn English Quick with Banpreet. Today we are going to talk about self-introduction. The answer to that dreaded question, tell me something about yourself. Now, to some of you, this topic may seem very basic, but learning to introduce yourself properly is incredibly important. You might need to introduce yourself without any forewarning, so you need to be prepared for that. You may need to introduce yourself in an English class or in a job interview. You might need to introduce yourself at a new job or at a new hobby or leisure activity. You may even need to introduce yourself at a big event or convention in front of thousands of people. I feel very nervous and anxious when I have to introduce myself to a few people. And English as a second language for us has to work over there. When we are interacting with others, when we are introducing ourselves to others. For learners of English, my students, this is incredibly intimidating. In order to successfully introduce yourself, you must have the self-introduction pre-written and learned. You have to be prepared for that. And in this video, I am going to guide you through this process. So at the end of this lesson, you will have a complete self-introduction and ready for you to learn off by heart. I encourage you to share your introductions in the comment section down below. So let's start with the basics of self-introduction. The very first thing you'll need to say when introducing yourself is a greeting. Now you can have both the formal greetings or the informal greetings. It depends where you are, the situation you are in. Let's start with the formal greeting. Obviously, hello. Hello can be both formal and informal, but it's fine to use it in a formal situation. You also have good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Make sure you pay particular attention to what time of day it is. I have said good morning in the evening and good evening in the afternoon before. So one thing to note is to make use of the day it is. One thing to note is the use of good day. In British English, good day is considered very old-fashioned, very formal, and it's not commonly used. However, it is very common in Australian English. They kind of shorten it to good day. They make the G day day, but good day is more informal. But this again, if you're in Australia, it's just something that is very common over there. I can see why you use it there. It appears to be a greeting that is suitable for all hours of the day, when in reality in British English it is old-fashioned and very formal. Also note that good night is normally a send-off and equivalent for goodbye. You say it when you are leaving instead of when you are greeting someone. If you're introducing yourself in the night time, you would say good evening. So now let's talk about the informal greetings. It's really important for you to find out one that you feel comfortable with. There are lots of informal greeting like hey, hi, what's up, yeah, yo. There's even what's good, which is quite an American one. Honestly, if I said yo when introducing myself in an English class or in a less formal situation, I would really feel stupid because it doesn't suit me. My particular region doesn't use yo, so it feels a bit forced. I really admire people who can just stand up and say yo, what's good, but it's not gonna happen for me. So make sure you pick the right one that suits you, that you are really comfortable saying. Next, of course, we have your name. Now there are many ways of introducing your name. The very basic ones like I am or I'm Banpreet. I am Banpreet. Or if you're introducing yourself in a situation where the majority of the audience cannot see you, for example on the telephone, no one can really see you until and unless it is a video call. When you are speaking on the telephone, you can say my name is or my names with the apostrophe S, the contracted form. Or if If you are in a very large group, the auditorium or convention center, then you might want to use this. This is Banpreet. On the telephone, I would normally say, "Hi, this is Banpreet speaking," or "This is Banpreet." Next, let's talk about your location. Where you from, where you living. There are many variations of this. I'm going to start with the most basic one and move on to slightly more complicated ways of describing your geographical location. Firstly, we have I'm from and then the place name. I'm from India, or I'm from New Delhi, I'm from Haryana. Likewise, we also have and then the nationality adjective. I'm Indian. Now, if you are from somewhere that is quite far from the place you are introducing yourself, you can say I come from and then you can name that place. Come from implies a little bit more of a journey. If you want to say where you grew up, you can say I was born and raised in the place name. Example, I was born and raised in Haryana. But if you're born in one place and you grew up in a different place, you can say I was born in India but raised in England. I was born in India but raised in Sweden. Now, if you want to say that you are from one place but now living in some other place, there are various options for that also. You can say I grew up in LA but now live in New York. I'm originally from Edinburgh but I'm now based in London. Like, if you want to say how long you have lived in certain place, then you can say I've been living in London for 3 years, or I've spent the past few years in Paris. Now, those are basic. Let's talk about some other options that you can add to your self-introduction. A very important option is your position and your company. For example, I work at Google in the marketing department. You can say I work at or I work for. You would not say I work in and then a company name. It's always at or for a company name. You can also say I'm a manager at Starbucks. I am using for or at for a company name. I'm not using the word in. I work in Starbucks, I work in Google. No, that's incorrect. I'm a position at company. Again, the at can also be replaced with a for. If you just want to give the journal ideas of the field in which you work, you would say I work in journal areas. I work in sales. And if you want to give a specific position, you can say I work as a deputy manager. I work as an accountant. You might also want to mention your qualifications, especially when you are introducing yourself in a job interview. If you want to say that you are close to your graduation, you can say I'm about to graduate. You could also say I am a subject graduate or a postgraduate. I'm a marketing graduate. I have a bachelor's of arts degree in marketing, or I have a BA degree in marketing, or just a BA in marketing. I'm a biology postgrad. Shortening it down to grad is more informal, so it might be something that you do at a convention or in your English class. If you want to talk about the courses or achievements, you can say I'm currently taking a course in subject English, maths, whatever it is. Now, note the preposition in versus on. You can take a course in something theoretical like maths. You can take a course on something that is practical like jewelry making or poetry. You can also remove the prepositions. I'm taking a poetry course. If you want to say that you finished a course, it's now on your CV, and you can say I have completed 72 hours course in or on subject. For the time scale of course, you can give the number, dash, and then the unit of time, and that together forms an adjective. A 72-hour subject course, a 3-day subject course. Now, if you want to talk about the experience, about your previous jobs, you can say I have numbers, years of experience in the field. I have 3 years of experience in the neuroscience field at whichever company. You don't necessarily have to say field. You can say I have 10 years of sales experience. You can also say I have worked in the field for however long you have worked there. I have worked in the accounting field for 3 years, or I have worked in accounting for 3 years. Now, if you are in a more informal situation, one in which you are introducing yourself to make friends and to meet people to get to know each other better, you may want to talk about your family. Now, obviously, there are the normal things like I have a brother, I have a sister, I have a mom and a dad. But what if you want to give a little bit more information and also show off your language skills? One common mistake that we often do is when we are trying to talk about how large or how small family is, we tell about the family members. We tell about how many family members are there. We say we are 5 in the family, we are 7 in the family. This isn't correct in English. In English we say I'm from a family of number, like I'm from a family of 4 or we are a family of 4. That's really important one for you to remember. So if you want to talk about your brothers or sisters, you can say I'm one of the 4 siblings. Siblings doesn't specify the gender, so you don't have to say 2 brothers, 2 sisters. You can just say siblings. Or even if you're already talking about families, you can just say I'm one of the 4 and they'll understand you. If you have no brothers or no sisters, then you can say I'm the only child. You might want to talk about your hobbies. You all have that usual phrase like I like running, I really enjoy tennis, I like singing, I like dancing. A really good phrase I think is I'm a big fan of go-karting. You can also say I'm a keen and then a noun, like I'm a keen runner or I'm a keen tennis player. Now there's a point that I'm not taking in this lesson. It's about the age. Like we don't say like I'm 25 or I'm 30 years old. We don't say like this anymore, I believe. The last point in this vocabulary section of the lesson, I want to talk to you about the dreaded fun fact. Like there are in some instances where I have to go be it a convention, be it an event, and I have to introduce myself, and then people ask me to give a fun fact about yourself, and I find it really annoying because you have to stand up and say my name is this and my job is this and my fun fact is, and that could be really daunting, intimidating. Like to suddenly think of a fun fact about yourself is really hard. So I highly recommend that you have a fun fact up your sleeve, a fun fact prepared. Think about an interesting fear, a weird like or dislike. A good one is always your pet, or a strange achievement or extraordinary achievement. And if you want to do bonus homework, share fun facts about yourself, but this is totally optional. I know how horrible the fun facts can be. Now I have given you loads of different options. I have given you the basics and then you can add on the options, but you will be left with a lot of short sentences. So let's see how mine would look. Good morning everyone. My name is Banprit. I am 25 years old. I'm from Haryana. I work as an accountant. I'm a marketing graduate. I'm a big fan of running and fitness classes. Now, while all of that is grammatically correct and very clear, if I do say so myself, I think it would be a lot better if I condensed these 7 sentences down into 2 flowing sentences. What do you think of this? Good morning everyone. My name is Banprit Kaur. I'm 25 years old, marketing graduate from Haryana. I now work as an accountant and I am a big fan of running and fitness classes. So much better, so much shorter and so much more natural. See if you can condense your introduction down to 2 flowing sentences minus the greetings. So that was all about self-introduction. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, like, comment and share the video. Watch my other videos as well. Till the next video, take good care of yourself. Bye bye.